Hey guys, it's Mang here, back again with another IE review. Today, currently it's December 21st, so any future updates obviously wouldn't apply because I can't get advice to something that's not out yet. But just a quick little reminder, that's when I'm doing this review, so that's the perspective I'm currently taking. Today we have Mang0es on stream today, in chat, also known as Shadow Under Light, so kind of more interactive, doing toolbox on this one because he's here, I can actually look at it. For those of you who don't know, I prefer Idleon efficiency when it comes to IE reviews. Because number one, I can actually see it all the time. Toolbox, I have this weird bug where if you do not have it open at the exact same time I open it, I can't see your toolbox. So yeah, just FYI, that's why I prefer IE over toolbox. Shadow's here, so here we are. Anyways, let's go look at Shadow's account, see what he's currently doing, what he should be doing, and how we can help him do better. So, Null Assault's a problem. I imagine your tools are not that good. You're mismatched on divinity prayer styles in your characters. So lots of things going on. If I had to take a look, if I had to take a guess about what you're doing, I imagine you're doing Eclipse Skulls in your character because I don't know why you'd be fighting Frostflakes or Citringes or doing Rift if it wasn't for Eclipse Skulls. Well, I guess Rift doesn't matter because you can't Eclipse Rift. Anyways, besides the point. Let's go take a look at your characters. Let's go take a look at your death note to see generally where you are, actually. Yeah, World 6, Mama Trolls, almost Leak Spirits. Okay. 615 mil, 163, 133. I mean, not quite Eclipse Skulls. Let's look at your characters, just all of them real quick. Activity, stats. Pretty decent kill per hour for Rift. Decent damage. It's decent damage. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to push Mama Trolls. Ooh. Oh, damage is really low on this character. Prayers? What prayers do you have? Nothing terrible. Yeah. Trying to get rare mats for your equipment. Okay. Okay, I mean, your gear is not bad. For being kind of... Okay, I take that back. That's abysmal. Gold tools, that's terrible. Yeah, no, I mean, generally, gear's not bad. Do you have Choco Chip? You do. And going back to your account, you have some Onyx statues. Imagine that's why your board means that Lava Skulls. So, yeah, he's using food for characters, which I'm not going to fault you for because, I mean, you are... I would still consider you pretty early game. So, okay, I mean, it's not bad. I'm just soaking in where you're at currently, and it's not bad. Sample-wise, 7,700 almost. Pretty decent. 140 multi-tool. I mean, this isn't terrible. Certainly a lot better than I expected, especially with you coming in saying you're expecting a roast. I don't think you're well deserving of a roast. I think for where you are, you're progressing pretty well. The gear on your characters is pretty equal. I mean, you have Void gear pretty much on all your characters. You have Serrated Rex Rings. You're pushing into Troll gear on your characters. The tools on this First Blood Berserker is a little awful. I don't like seeing that. But apart from that, it's pretty good. Yeah, for 6 months, this isn't terrible. The one thing I want to see is I want to see where you are artifact wise. And you have just Eldritch, no Sovereign yet. Okay. Yeah, Luster's not worth it. Troll Gear is better. Luster and Diabolical you would just craft for the slab. That's it. Okay. From 32, you're not, obviously you don't have mastery and sneaking or anything. So, I mean, your scroll level is really low here. It's only level 2. So in terms of sneaking, what I'd really recommend is probably get a higher scroll on your characters and try to farm higher veil levels. Because the difference early game for veils and rosary and lotus flowers and bombs and that stuff is really important. Every level you get is going to give you a pretty large increase in the amount of stealth that you get. So the higher veil that you have, the more stealth you'll have. Also, the log and the question, the exclamation mark are not good. I would just replace these with more veils or more bombs instead. Yeah, I would get away from the log and the exclamation mark. I would just stick to veil, rosary, sneak, stealth bomb, lotus flowers, whatever. But definitely stay away from this. This is just terrible. Just try to get as much sneak as you can. The more bombs you have, the more lotus flowers you have, the more sneaking across your characters makes you able to push the floors a lot faster. Also, you're at floor 9, which is pretty well progressed in sneaking. I mean, that's pretty up there, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're on the last floor. Is that right? Is that accurate? Last floor. Wait, hold on. This counts as 9, or does this count as 9? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be 9. Last floor is 12. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, right. You're right here. Okay. That's even better. So number 1, you should focus on trying to get a better scroll. Better scroll is going to give you more sneaking XP for this character, which allows you to push levels. The more levels you have, the more sneaking power and jade coin gen you get. Also, it gives you more jade coins and also increases your stealth. So early game, this is a fantastic multiplier to stealth value, makes this character a powerhouse in sneaking, essentially. So the higher scroll you have, the more all of these are going to give you. So really, really important you get a high scroll level. Getting it into the 20s, incredibly important. So go back to the earlier floor, get a higher scroll in this character. Number 2, I would really recommend, since you're on the league floor, really try to get Lotus Flower. The Lotus Flower is going to replace the bomb. It does not have the same interaction that Veil and Rosary does. You essentially want to get a few characters to be just double Lotus Flower eventually when you unlock the double equipment, which actually, do you have that? I don't remember what level that is. It's Charmed, I'm sure. So this upgrade will allow you to put 2 charms on the same character. So you can put 2 Lotus Flowers, you can put 2 bombs, 2 Veils, 2 Rosaries. I wouldn't recommend 2 Veils, 2 Rosaries. You want to do Veil and Rosary eventually when you unlock it, because those stealth values multiply. Having 2 Veils do not multiply the stealth value. They will add together. Same thing for 2 Rosaries. But a Veil and a Rosary will multiply the stealth value together. So what do I mean by that? I'll show you this real quick. If I jump over. So this character, Main Magic Boy, you see my stealth value right now is 4.5 quintillion. This guy right here. Oh, actually. So now I'm putting a Veil on there. So now I'm at 604 quintillion. If I take off the Rosary and instead put 2 Veils, now I'm at 5 quintillion. So the stealth value really dropped once I had 2 Veils. Just doing a Veil and Rosary, those values you see here, these multipliers, multiply with each other. So instead of getting 16.99 plus 9.87, it's 9.87 times 16.99. That's how much total stealth you actually have. So eventually, when you get to the next floor and are able to unlock Rosary, put a Veil and Rosary on the characters you're primarily pushing with. I would still early game still put the scroll on your characters because pushing stealth levels is going to increase the amount of stealth you get. It's your base stealth. That's how everything kind of scales. So you really want to farm levels on these characters to get really high base stealth value so that the Veil and the Rosary will start multiplying. I would say even into Mastery 2, I mean, you always kind of want the scroll. The scroll is incredibly good because it gives you a ton of Jade coin gain. It's really how you farm the levels in Jade Emporium. Getting a good scroll at all stages of sneaking is really, really important. But yeah, this Charmed I'm Sure upgrade is incredibly good for when you do double Lotus Flower. You essentially want 4 characters, 5, 6 late game, to be kind of just the main. These characters are just sent to the slaughterhouse. They're meant to die, and they provide the stealth value for your other characters to really scale and get a ton of stealth to be able to push to the higher floors and eventually into higher masteries in Rift. So yeah, the scroll is incredibly important because it'll give you more Jade coin gain, but you're also able to push to the higher floors because right now you have no other way to really scale stealth value apart from just having a Veil and having a scroll. And eventually just keep farming for Lotus Flower. Getting a high Lotus Flower is going to help you in push. Yeah, Veil and Flower, and then go for Veil and Rosary. And then I would have like the last 3 characters having double Lotus Flower. Honestly, I would just do the last 2. I don't think you really have much need for having a character do double, having like 4 or 5 characters doing double Lotus Flower right now. You can very easily get away with just having 1 character doing double Lotus Flower and the rest of them doing sneaking. But for the most part, your setup right now is just going to be Veil and Bomb. Eventually, replacing the Bomb with the Lotus Flower, so Veil, Lotus Flower. When you get Rosary at the next floor unlocked, doing Veil and Rosary, absolute must, and then having 1 character double Lotus Flower so it'll scale the stealth value of the other characters. But have 1 character absolutely on a scroll because you're probably going to get early game. Well, the bonus you get from the sneaking EXP and the Jade coin is going to outweigh the total stealth the Rosary is going to give you right now, and you need to farm Jade coins so you can unlock these bonuses in the Jade Emporium to upgrade. Well, number 1, the gold bean stacking, the Charmed I'm Sure upgrade are really, really important for your characters. Okay, going back all the way. Stamps wise, I mean, you're not doing terrible. Again, as always, try to push up the multi-tool stamp. The more scaling efficiency you get, eventually is going to prime you into getting higher 3D prints. Especially with the hole out now, I would highly recommend trying to push Bravery as much as you can. Use the bonuses you get from Bravery to increase your mining efficiency. The mining efficiency is going to help you get higher 3D prints, which eventually, once you get to Leak Spirits, is kind of the whole focus of mid-World 6 is to focus on scaling efficiency, get as much atom generation as you can, focus those atom upgrades into Boron. You're at level 11 right now, which is fantastic. You love to see that. You want to get this to 20, and the best way to do that is going to come through Bravery right now, and just upgrading your Orange Cauldron scaling bubbles as much as you can to get higher copper ore prints, and eventually just cycle that into more atom clicks into Atom Collider and just upgrade all the scaling efficiency stuff, the multiplier bubbles, Archer Bust, Mage's Best, Warrior's Rule, Severe Purple, Prima Green, Molt Orange, Dream of Ironfish, Strong Tools, Hardy Diggy, all that stuff. Really, really important. I don't even have to look at them. I just know them off the top of my head now. But yeah, I mean, overall, your alchemy bubbles are really, really good for someone at your stage of the game. I want to see this at someone who is at Leak Spirits. So you're doing a fantastic job right now. Vials wise, you are better than the previous person I just did an IE review for, so I don't need to harp on this too much for you. But you have unlocked the God Shard Vial. You've unlocked a lot of these endgame ones, so I'd really recommend once you get to Leak Spirits, try to do the Tower Defense, unlock these souls, and try upgrading this. Again, sneaking EXP is incredibly important, so the higher Vial level you can get in this, it's going to make sneaking go by a lot faster. Also, the last map of World 6, which you're going to be at next like 3-4 months maybe, is going to give you Jade gain, which again just gives you higher bonuses for sneaking. Really struggling with money to level it right now. Money. So yeah, I'm just Gmush farm. Gmush farm is just the best way to do it right now. I would argue, based off of how much damage you have, I think you're at a point where you can eclipse World 1. I don't think that's unrealistic to say. I think you have enough damage to eclipse it. I eclipsed it without as much damage as you. So I would try to get Green Mush to 1 billion, do Frogs next, and then doing Bored Beans. Giga Frogs probably is next easy. Actually, no, getting them all to 100 mil first and then doing the Eclipse grind is more important. I would really recommend trying to get super chows on some of your blood berserker. On your second blood berserker, I saw you have 2. Do your super chows on your second blood berserker. They will not count. Hear me? They will not count on your first blood berserker. Do them on your second, otherwise you will not get the super chows. And if you don't know this character right here, you obviously have to super chow a lot of them. But while you are on the Eclipse grind for World 1, make sure to get 1 million kills, or sorry, 100 million kills on your second Blood Berserker across the World 1 mobs, so you get the multiplier to cooking speed. It's another multiplier to cooking speed alongside farming, alongside Fluoride Atom Collider, alongside Diamond Chef, alongside Blood Marrow for V-Man. Those are incredibly important for scaling meal cooking speed, obviously apart from the meals, to help you get higher meal level. Also, your meals, I imagine, aren't really that high because you're kind of early game. And obviously, it's taking you like 1 ladle to upgrade just about everything. So I would recommend trying to use those ladles and upgrade everything here, especially if you're looking at trying to get higher Atom Collider or Atom Generation. Looking at the scaling efficiency ones, Rice Ball and Corn, going to help you increase that. Damage is something you're obviously going to struggle with as you push World 6, so upgrading Onion, Octoplops, all that kind of stuff to help increase your damage as well. Really, really important. Tower defense, it's something you're going to have to do a little bit, so I recommend trying to upgrade Cannoli as well. Great meal. Just generally upgrade all your meals as you see fit. I would take your kitchen, each different kitchen that you have, just put 1 meal on there and then use the single ladle on your Blood Berserker after you do some super chows on them to really juice out your cooking. To give you more scaling efficiency, damage, accuracy, defense, pet fight damage. There's a bunch of stuff cooking gives you. It's really, really important. So I'd get on that. Yeah, I mean, shiny pets are just going to take a while. I would recommend, obviously, trying to upgrade the shiny pet level up rate first opposed to anything else, because the more of this you have, easier it is to upgrade these pets. I would also really hard focus shiny pets at the very end of World 6, because you'll want to get really high like mob respawn on your Beastmaster, obviously the V-Man enhancement for a Whale Wallop, the keychains for mob respawn, a Star Sign Doubler for breedability and shiny pet level up rate, the level 80 breeding bonus for shiny pet level up rate. There's a ton of stuff from summoning, summoner win bonuses, the Wind's Lantern, all that stuff really scales shiny pet speed. And right now you don't want to active this, but you can definitely put shiny pets in there to get some of these bonuses a little bit here and there. But maybe consider instead doing more infinite star signs, because you should have that in Rift at this point. Okay, I was concerned there for a second. You do have infinite star signs, so maybe doing more infinite pets, shiny pets, so you can get more infinite star signs, so you don't have to worry about doubling that. I would also maybe consider, just for the purpose of Atom Generation, trying to get your mining to 750, chopping, catching, and fishing up to 750 as well. The 1% printer output is just a multiplier to the amount of atoms you generate, so really important there. Cool. Don't worry about Tome. And free-to-play account I get. Okay. Okay. Is it worth spending any gems I get on unlocking all the jewels? Yes. I mean, lab is really important. I mean, specifically the Amethyst Rystone. This gives you a ton of meal cooking speed. You get trimmed building slots. No kitchen left behind. No bubble left behind. Upgrades. Player damage. I mean, these jewels are really, really good. Also gives you more money. Since you said you're struggling with money, this would give you more money. But if you can spare the gems, I would absolutely buy these. Otherwise, you're playing a waiting game and just getting the gems naturally. Is it... Now, the question is, would I rather you spend your gems on the jewels here in lab or in sneaking? Because these are pretty good. I mean, the bigger non-miss stamp bonus, the money multiplier, gold food bonus, kill per kill, higher OG chance, summoner win bonuses, printer output, drop rate, strength, luck, agility, total damage. I mean, I don't know. Between pristine gems, pristine charms, and laboratory jewels, I think a better focus... I don't know. It's a tough one. Also, I guess the other thing is you only have 2 Instagram generators. You have 1 plot of land. You have 1 shroom familiar. I mean, in terms of... for me, farming is also a good skill to try to push because the further you get into farming, the more stealth you'll get because of land ranks. Land ranks give you stealth % based off your farming level. So the better your farming is, right here, the better your farming is, the more sneaking you're going to get too. Also, farming impacts cash %, impacts shiny pet rate, it impacts critters, it impacts gaming, it impacts sneaking, it impacts meal speed, it impacts your damage. Farming is so goated and so underrated by a lot of people. Your account would progress a lot more by doing farming than it would do a lot of the other mechanics. I would argue you can free-to-play lab. If you're worried about gem consumption, I think the best avenue for you to spend gems is going to come through farming, through land plots and Instagram generator, because getting whatever pristine gems you can free to play during sneaking, but also gems, purchasing pristine gems is better than trying to wait for it because you can drop duplicate pristine charms in sneaking. But if you buy them, you cannot get duplicates. So you would buy it, max out the pristine gems, and be fine. You would also be able to use those gems and buy land plots or Instagram generators to progress farming, because the more farming ranks you have, the more stealth you get, the more all stat you have, which increases your damage on your characters. There's also a total damage bonus here. What other one is there? Drop rarity. Sneaking. Again, you would increase your stealth. Farming is incredibly important. I would highly recommend trying to focus on this. And if you have gems to spare, buying Instagram generators, because this gives you 20% chance at +1 additional crop, and also buying plots of land, because the more plots of land you have, the more crops you can grow, and the more you can push farming to get those sneaking levels. Okay, and talking about farming, actually, I would highly recommend trying to upgrade Stronger Vines a lot more. This only being level 31, giving you 62% is kind of abysmal. Try to grow this some more, get those blueberries up, and try to get this into the hundreds of percent. Trying to get this at 100% and going on to doing things like nutritious soil. And you have OG unlocked, Evo GMO. You're just kind of starting out there. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, Stronger Vines, getting biology boost, and getting nutritious soil is going to be really important for you. Nutritious soil, try to aim for like level 50 or 60% growth speed. It'll give you a good little base for speed GMO to start kicking in once you get 1,000 of the crops. Start scaling that growth speed. This is a multiplier that will multiply this growth speed. Summoning will also give you more farming speed as well. And does it give you OG chance? I don't actually know. I don't think it does. I think it's just farming speed. But yeah, that farming speed multiplier from summoning affects this % growth speed. This is essentially your base for how your growth speed will grow in farming. So make sure to level up nutritious soil. Your day market is incredibly important if you're trying to progress farming. I would also recommend whenever you do a bean reset, try to upgrade Evo GMO a little bit more and try to upgrade Evo GMO. Generally, you want to aim for Evo to be about 1.2 and speed GMO to be about 6 to 7%. At that point, you should have land ranks eventually unlocked because it's only 80 magic beans. And getting this to 7%, this 1.2 is going to cost a lot more than 80 beans. You'll be able to grind out 1k crops. That'll eventually allow you to progress land ranks a lot more. It'll eventually allow you to get 10k crops, which is going to scale the crop value, which makes getting 100k crops a lot easier. So all of these kind of factor into each other. Once you are able to get to 1.2 and then 7% growth speed, getting as evolved to as high crop as you can until the Evo chances, the next crop chance is about 0.1%. Do a bean reset, get more day market farming going, do more upgrades into nutritious soil, more upgrades into stronger vines, more upgrades into biology, product uploader, more beans, rank boost, more bean reset into more Evo GMO, speed GMO, OG fertilizer, EXP, value, super GMO. Just get into that cycle of upgrading day market, then night market, day market, then night market, just going back and forth to scale this. And eventually that's going to give you a ton of stealth, allow you to progress sneaking a lot more, allows you to get more damage on your character's drop rate, all stat. Really, really important to grind this out. So, not doing bad. What materials are you missing? Got it. Purple salts. Refinery's just incredibly slow. We all know it. As I mentioned before, if you're struggling for any of the party dungeons, make sure to ask people for carries. Just about anyone who knows how to do party dungeon can carry in the World 2 and eventually the World 3 one. I would highly recommend trying to do this as soon as possible. Liquid Vestment is such a good upgrade. In Equinox, really, really important. Ooh, the Balda bonus. Hold on, chat. I don't think I've... Guys, I want the nugget. What do you mean? I'm not going to be here. Refinery cycle speed all day, baby. I'll be on vacation. Won't be able to do nugget. Okay, back to it. Yeah, highly recommend trying to get this. Liquid Vestment is such a goated upgrade in Equinox. It's so incredibly broken for alchemy progress because it allows you to get gems every single day. Really, really important. Refinery's additive. Well, here's the thing. Corgis. For me specifically, I'm being selfish in that vote. I'm not going to be here. I cannot farm gaming. So the nugget upgrade is literally useless to me. What's the other one? Dungeon Flurbos? I'm not going to do party dungeon. I'm going to be on vacation, okay? I'd rather have refinery because they're all going to be on auto refine the entire time I'm gone, so I can just collect salts. Anyways, we'll move on past that. Skulls are pretty equal across your characters, so doing good. We do have guides in the Discord under tips and tricks, and I think Zadek has also organized the tips and tricks in the organized tips and tricks section, go figure, for tower defense guides. The only one I wouldn't recommend looking at is actually Citric Conflict, because of the more recent update, you can't place towers on portals anymore, which broke how Pancake's guide works for Citric Conflict, specifically in the higher tier ones. So I would still look at those because a lot of the tower defenses don't rely on you putting towers on portals, so they're still valid. Citric Conflict is the only one that's kind of impacted by that, I guess you could say. Okay. Specifically, I would highly recommend trying to get Acorn Assault to level 111 so you can unlock Rucksack. Rucksack's going to make it so much easier for you to upgrade your stamps. The more carry capacity you have, the easier it is to upgrade stamps because some of them require a ton of carry capacity, namely Multi-Tool Stamp. Multi-Tool Stamp with Rucksack is incredibly easy to level. Unlocking Rucksack's going to make you very easily be able to get like 10, 20 levels, provided you have enough dust motes to fit in your inventory, to upgrade this to get you more skill efficiency and stuff. I mean, sigils, Yeah, I wouldn't worry about sigils. Instead, I would put your characters on these cauldrons and trying to get the cap and rate up to like level 100, 200 to give you obviously more carrying capacity and more liquid generation rate. And then it would come back to sigils because at that point your sigil speed is going to start scaling thanks to summoning, thanks to eventually Turtle Val. When you do get there, is going to give you a ton of sigil charge rate as well. Island. Okay, you have all the ones unlocked. Remember to keep up with Shimmer every single week. Just, don't do total damage. Just do skill efficiency. That's all you want to do. Just straight skill efficiency all day, every day. Just keep upgrading this. This bonus for skill efficiency gets scaled by the last lantern in that you unlock in Jade Emporium. That lantern multiplies the bonuses from the Shimmer Island, so it's going to increase your skill efficiency. Again, it's going to give you higher prints. Some follow. Bo, welcome in. The hole. I looked at the hole for a lot of people. How's this going? Level 9 explorers. You're at the grotto. Okay. You're level 14. Okay. Okay. So, Shadow, Mang0es, whatever you would like to be called. My number one recommendation is do an Opal reset. I would reset your Opals, invest them all into Measurer. You want Measurer to be level 10 as soon as possible. The sooner you get to the sooner you get Measurer level 10, the easier your life's going to be. Not only will this give you a ton of multi-kill per tier, it's going to give you Harp Note gain, which is a huge multiplier and make it Harp Note scaling way faster. It also gives you more villager EXP, which makes leveling up the other villagers a lot faster. This multi-kill per tier is going to help you with Death Note. I mentioned you want to be kind of in the mindset of doing Eclipse grinding and getting super chows. This is an insanely good multi-kill per tier. It also makes grinding the statues in World 9 a lot. In Cavern 9, not World 9, a lot easier because those rely on multi-kill per tier. Those colony mushrooms require the multi-kill per tier. It's the first item in the drop table, so it is affected by it, and drop rate, obviously. So AFKing your characters there for a long time is how you get a bunch of those statues to eventually Onyx it. That all statue bonus you get from the colony mushrooms is incredibly important because it scales things like boost food effect. We talked about in the previous review how that's how you get a ton of souls to eventually get those vials up to 13. It also gives you the move speed, so your quick slap starts scaling a lot more. It gives you more damage, so eventually you can get more multi-kill tiers. It also gives you more chopping, mining, fishing, and catching power, so you get higher prints on your characters to eventually get those into your hourly click range. Really high atom generation, and like I mentioned with the whole generally with bravery, the more mining efficiency you get, the more atom generation you get, the higher you can get your atom collider up. So reset your opals, put them all into measure, get it to level 10. Once it's level 10, reset your opals again, get into engineer, get into level 17, I think is the stopping point. That's when you can unlock like compound interest to make justice a little bit easier. You can get noise reduction therapy, which gives you more stealth. We mentioned sneaking is really important for you. You also get villager EXP through Gloomy Opie. You get class EXP. This is okay. This one right here, the 30% string is really good. And the mob respawn rate is, again, really, really good because if you're eclipsing all of the worlds, this makes it go by so much faster. Down here, yeah. It's not terrible. Good. 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 Okay. In terms of how you should be investing your conjure points, yes, you don't have Doot, so you have Pocket Affinity, so this is good. Max this out. This is good. I would put a lot of your points into the 10th Opal invested because you said you're going to Opal reset now. So this is going to scale the amount of EXP that villager is going to give, EXP that your Opals give. So scaling this right here, incredibly good. Also, the per schematic created is really good. But the The measure of bonuses is incredibly important to scale. I would put all 3 pips into this as soon as you possibly can, because this increases, again, villager EXP. It also increases the harp note gain, the harp EXP gain, the multi-kill per tier, daily lamp wishes. It's really, really important to scale those bonuses as much as you can. So maxing this out is a absolute must. And in fact, if you have gems to buy conjure points, if you haven't bought them already, highly recommend you do that. Similar situation to the previous guy, getting a little bit on your slab grind is going to help. Again, it's going to increase your sailing speed. It's going to increase your damage, your essence gain, jade coin gain, a ton of stuff you can get from doing a slab grind. So doing more opal grinding, doing more party dungeon, trying to craft stuff in the anvil, get higher tools, get better trophies. That kind of stuff is going to help get you more for your account. Yeah, permeep, good. Let me go back to Equinox real quick, actually. You have Slow-Roast Wiz. Okay. That's it, Merg. There you go. There's your answer. So, yeah, what Corgi said, for Opals, the stat one, you would have them like in your Opal storage. You go to the World 5 town, talk to the Slab NPC. It should count for Slab. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm going to stop there. I mean, there's not a lot to really talk about because it seems like you're doing everything right. Just be a little bit mindful about the trend creep hairstyle in these characters. I think you should be investing a little bit more time into farming right now. A lot of your alchemy is looking really good for someone at Mama Trolls. I think, I mean, with how much the hole is going to be providing you in terms of mining efficiency, your atom generation is going to be less and less of a problem. It's going to be relatively easy for you to progress your account. You're doing everything right for how long ago you've made your account. You've progressed really well. And you seem to be doing things right, so there's not a lot for me to roast you on. I think you should be aiming for trying to do more Super Chows, trying to do Eclipse World 1 to World 5, World 1 to World 3. Once you get the measure bonus up to level 10, you have enough multi-kill per tier. Getting Eclipse to World 6, honestly, shouldn't be too hard for you. And again, it would make it a lot easier to pushing World 6 as well. All the meanwhile, spending your atoms on more of the multiplier bubbles, so specifically the orange cauldron right now, because that's how you get a ton of mining efficiency. Just scaling the multiplier bubbles for the orange cauldron, and also Hardy Diggy, Strong Tools, Dream of Iron Fish going to help you a ton with that. Progressing that is going to help your account really nicely. Again, atom generation is always something you can work on, especially how early you are. You still need more atom generation. So getting higher prints, getting higher atom generation, trying to max out boron, trying to max out fluoride. Eventually, once you get the level 30 atoms, again, trying to max out boron and fluoride are really important ones to do. And it should help you progress a lot. Always keep up on the gear grind. Try to get your characters into Divine Scarves. Try to get your characters into Troll gear. Eventually, Magma, Magma, and then into Marbleglass when you can. Trying to skip Kruk because it doesn't really provide you as much as Marbleglass tools would, or gear would. Always try to do tower defense. Look at the guides we have in the tips and tricks section to help progress your account. And doing some slab grinding as well will help your account as well. So good luck on that, man. Mang0es, thanks for stopping by. I know you're in chat. So Shadow, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you on YouTube. And for those watching on YouTube, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.